Welcome, everyone, to this latest episode of Note Nerds. We're super excited to be here, and we have kind of a fun topic this morning. So let's do a quick intro. I'm Ava Birch. I'm from Northeastern Ohio, and I've been a Gammill educator since 2018, and I do both computerized and hand-guided education. Angela.
Hi, I'm Angela Zayayi, and I am one of the computerized educators at Gammill. I've been with the company since 2022. My goodness, a couple of years now. Yay, time flies when you're having fun. I'm from Almont, Ontario, up in Canada.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Kat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kat.
I'm Kat Fair. I live in Central Oregon. Like Angela, I've been part of the team since 2022. That's a hard 2022. Yeah. And also computerized educator. Tucker.
Hi, everyone. I am Tucker Nace. I'm from Central Pennsylvania. I've also been with the team kinda since 2022. And I do computerized as well as a little bit of hand-guided.
Okay, thanks everyone. So the topic today that we're gonna dive into has to do with what are we excited about for the new year? What kind of projects do we want to work on? I find it always exciting when the new year starts to make plans. They're, in my case, generally not very realistic. I could have a long list of goals and plans, but the fun part is to plan everything. So one of the things I want to work on a little bit more is actually piecing paper piecing specifically. I've not really done that, so I want to give that a try. Angela apparently loves paper piecing, and I need to try it. I love to try new techniques. And then in regards to long arming, I'm actually excited. I'm working on some classes to be teaching on our cruise that takes place later on in the spring. So,
Are you allowed to give a few details? Couple of hints, Eva?
hints about where the cruise is going.
Or even about what
class.
you're cooking up, your classes?
Well, actually, I have a mix of both hand-guided and computerized classes in the works. And so I'm looking forward to putting some presentations together.
Awesome.
I thought a couple of yours might be hand guided. I was reading through the class list, which is on the website right now at gammill.com. And when I was reading through, I thought, that sounds like hand guided. I wonder if that's what she's doing. So that'll be really fun that you're doing like a combo deal.
Yep.
Cool. Tucker, what are you teaching on the cruise?
I'm teaching, I think, 2 computerized classes. One's for anyone, like hand-guided or computerized. It's about loading and making sure quilts stay square. And then one's marketing, all the ways that quilters can market yourself in person or online. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a big subject.
Yeah.
I need that class.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like,
Me too.
I'm not teaching at the same time, and I can pop in there.
Tucker, we should do a Note Nerds on that one day.
Yeah.
Actually,
really
that's
good
a
idea.
great
I'm writing
idea.
that down.
Yeah.
Excellent idea.
More to come.
I'm doing computerized classes, but one of mine could also be for hand guiders, like depending on how you look at it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what are your goals?
Goals for this year? Oh gosh. I have, when I was thinking about it, I have 6 quilt tops, you guys, of my own that I've pieced that I have not quilted because I keep pushing them down the queue. Customers comes in, mine goes to the side. So I am going to try and be very regimented in that at least try and get 1 of those or 2 of those done a month because I would love to have them on my own bed. and be able to show them. So I'm going to try. That's one of my big resolutions, if you want to call it a resolution, is to try and fit in some of my tops. And you guys were talking about hand guided. And I know.
Did we convince you?
What?
I've been trying to convince her to disconnect the belts or use power assist. Do a little hand
So
guided.
Ava might remember when we were out on tour, we bought a panel. And I probably can't show the whole thing, but anyways, it's absolutely
Yes.
gorgeous.
That
And
screams hand guided fun.
I know. So you guys, I am going to drop the belts and I'm going to do that completely hand guided and try it. So hold me to it, okay? And if you get
Yes.
phone calls, answer them.
You all three of us will answer them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You can do it, Angela. You
Yeah.
really can.
Totally
I'm
can.
really excited. You guys have been such big drivers in encouraging. So, I mean, if I just follow the lines, I'm just gonna drop the belts and follow the lines and give it some
Yep.
character. So we'll try that first.
And it
Oh, I'm
won't
so
be your
excited.
last panel. You'll be doing hand guided.
We should all do that, like pick a panel and all like a combination of hand guiding and computerized and then like do a show and tell. That'd be fun.
Yeah, yeah, be super fun.
It's really hard to get over that mental mindset. Because when I was still a couple years ago, really, trying to force myself to do more computerized,
Mhm.
because I had done hand guided for so long that I thought, oh no, I can do that faster. Well, I didn't serve myself very well because I wasn't learning in the way that I wanted to learn. So I did exactly the same thing in reverse, that I said, this quilt is going to be all computerized, borders and everything, figure it out, you
Right.
know. And if you do that a few times, it really helps a lot with your mindset.
I've tried a little bit. Like I've dropped them here and there. But I feel hypocritical when I tell my students, oh yeah, it's super easy, you can do it, and I haven't done a full panel. So I'm doing it.
And get the ruler base plate and do your ditch work
Right. Oh,
using yes.
yes.
It's
Yep.
such a time saver, Angela.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I should try that. I'll put that on my bucket list for this year too.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll put in the order for my ruler plate.
Yes.
So I do want to mention that we did a whole episode about Stitch in the Ditch, and we'll post a link to that in the comments below. But additionally, because Angela, you've mentioned dropping the belts a couple of times, realized we're out on tour that a lot of people don't understand that dropping the belts, you're not taking them off of your machine. You're literally turning the little screw and just taking the connector piece out and just sliding it over. The belts stay connected to your machine. You're just, how do I explain it better?
They're just disconnected from the cross track.
Thank you. Yes.
So it gives you freedom of motion for
Yes.
sure.
As well as some people also, they're confused about the difference between dropping the belts and power assist.
Mhm.
And that's really a hard one to really explain. I always tell the students that, show them how, but they have to feel it, because 50% of the people like power assist, whereas the other 50 don't. And I tell them it's all about whichever method you use, the goal is that you have control over where the machine is going. So it stitches what you want it to stitch. It doesn't matter which method you use. You have options, and we love options, but you have to try it out for yourself.
Mhm. Agreed.
How about you, Kat? What's
I was
going
gonna say,
on?
I'm in the same boat, so I have a couple of them, but one is being yes, my own quilts. So for me, I'm not quilting as much for others as I used to. I still have some, but where I get hung up is that every quilt top I look at, I want to do custom. Like custom is my favorite. That's what I do. And I'm like, so then I'm like, oh, I have like 10,000 trillion quilts of my own to custom quilt them will take a trillion years. So I have to look at it and go, okay, like this quilt would be really beautiful and edge to edge. You don't have to custom quilt everything. And that's one of my like biggest things. So then I can start getting some of my stuff out the door and done on the bed and tables and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then my other one is it just got the approach feet. I'm
Oh,
so
awesome.
excited. Yes. And
You're gonna love
so
them.
my goal is to use every single one. Every
Nice.
single one, even Trapunto, and try different projects and see how it goes. So yeah,
You
that's
have fun.
I know. I can't wait to get them on.
Are you hoping to do classic Trapunto cat or?
Not probably not. Probably
Right.
like fake Trapunto.
Yeah.
When we were on tour, I had asked one of the other educators the questions, and I wrote down like a whole page of notes on how to do it. So I'm going to attempt to follow those notes on something small, and we'll see how it goes.
If you get stuck, the other thing that you can do with that Trapunto foot is I use it to go around embellishments because you can get in nice and tight. So then
point.
technically you've used it.
Oh, that's right. I
So-
like that. Tucker, what about you?
Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Piecing some of my own stuff. This sounds so bad because when we're filming this around December, I haven't pieced anything quilt top related on my machine since June.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
You know,
Slacker.
I know, I'm a slacker. So definitely piecing some of my own stuff and stuff for my family and stuff like that. And then also too designing some of my own patterns.
nice.
Yes.
Um, I love designing patterns, and so hopefully that's something in my future for this new year. Also too, put some patterns on the pattern cloud.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Yeah, you have quite a nice selection on there. I was browsing through there the other day, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's something else I would like to delve more into. I enjoyed the process. I do it sporadically because I get totally caught up in it once I start on
mhm.
it, and it's can become a time suck. But
Yeah.
right now, where I'm at with it, I so much more understand the process and the steps you have to take in order for them to be functional patterns,
Mhm.
whether it's a point to point or a block pattern.
Mhm.
And look at all the things we've learned over the years and what we've been teaching others on the tour.
Yeah.
Um, so, it's a fun process.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, especially teaching both the advanced and the foundations, we
Mhm.
do a lot of that
Yeah.
designing patterns and walking through the steps and what you need to look for. So that was definitely the motivation I needed.
Yep.
I
You
think I
guys,
can speak for everyone. Every single time I've come back from a tour stop, I have so many new ideas and
Yes.
yeah.
completely different look on Creative Studio and
Yep.
like, oh, I can do this now.
Notebook just full of ideas of things to do and doodles that I want to scan and digitize. Yep,
Yeah.
Do you guys
completely.
find that when you're looking at making custom designs too, I always try to make them so that they're the easiest to place in. It's like
Mhm.
if I make it a point to point, then I can just, draw a pattern and click on the quilt after it's done. I'm always trying to find the fastest way to get it in there.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll get you digitizing too. Like this year will be hand guided, and then
Yeah.
next year, 2026, the goal will be get Angela digitizing and selling on the cloud.
There you
Ava too
go.
needs to get on the cloud.
I do it for myself and for custom quilts, like for specific ones, but yeah, I haven't delved into selling any of them yet. So
We'll get you
yeah,
there. Ava too.
2026.
There you go.
I love it. Now
Always
we're planning
look
like
ahead.
5-year plan.
We have limitations. We have too many things going on.
Mhm.
Trying to balance everything. But that's why I said at the beginning of this episode, for me, often the fun part is to plan things. I make lists of the things I want to get done this year. And if I happen to be lucky enough to put a check mark next to one or two of them, I feel pretty good.
Yeah,
But it's just the idea of, oh, the possibilities, right?
Mhm.
That gets us going through some of the not so fun parts of our days. All
absolutely.
right. Well, we probably went all over the place with this episode, but it started out right. So
Okay.
hopefully you all still enjoyed listening to us, watching us, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.